There you go.
Hi, it's Eric Olson of blogcritics.org, and we are here with Roz Mazanai of Badawi. Are you Badawi? Is there any other component to Badawi?
No, I'm Badawi. It moves around. There's different players who are involved, and with each project. So it's a project.
Got it.
It changes per record.
Is there a concept behind Badawi?
Yeah, actually, Badawi was a comic book that I wrote and drew a long time ago when I was a kid. And eventually I realized I wasn't very good at drawing comics. So I started working with tape and percussion and electronics very early on when I was a kid. And eventually I developed a sound that brought me closer to the concept of that comic book.
Uh-huh.
So from the names of the titles,
yeah, I was just going to say, that makes sense.
This comic book, science fiction based.
Interesting.
Internal world. Internal world music.
So how do you actually work? How do you put the music together?
It varies. Sometimes it's Soldier Midian was a very spontaneous excursion. I made it about 2 weeks. Most of that was just editing, but Clones of False Prophets is more acoustic. A lot of players in it. Mark Rebo, Doug Wieselman.
It's a lot of percussion, isn't it?
There's some percussion, yeah. Soldier Minion is all myself on percussion, plus Shazad Smiley on bass, who is my usual bass player. And then Unit of Resistance.
That's your latest.
That's my latest, and that is a remix. It's a conceptual remix CD.
Ah, I see. Interesting.
And I have other CDs which aren't on Roar as well.
What was your comic book? What was the concept of it? I'm just curious, since it spawned.
Yeah, it was a futuristic nomadic tribe that lived on 4 different levels or quadrants, and that's basically the gist of it. But you know, it's
from Earth or from some other. Okay.
But not really sad. And,
implied.
Yeah, I think everyone gets a sense of apocalypse.
Sure.
Yeah. From my records. It's not something I can do anything about.
It just is.
Come out, yeah. So the same thing was with the comic book. I wrote a comic for Marvel, and I'm very involved in that in a kind of a shadowy way. So I'm hoping to actually really realize that comic book, a graphic novel, or a film.
And then you could do the companion. Well, sure, that's something that they work together.
Yeah, all these tracks refer to different parts of a visual component that will eventually happen, I hope.
So as you're creating, are you thinking of when you're creating the music, is it in essence doing your own soundtrack work? I mean, in a sense?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
In your mind. Your future concept of what.
Yeah, I mean, one thing about electronic music is it doesn't necessarily come out of your mind.
Well,
I think the interesting thing about electronic music is you can go past what you can imagine. You know what I mean? And I was trying to go past what I can imagine with the comic book, but it's very difficult because you imagine it, you put it down, and you can do a lot of free-form drawing, and maybe things come out that way. But with music, it's a lot easier, to let the machines interact, with computers.
So almost like an artificial intelligence component?
Yeah, but also I have experience in trance music and all kinds of very ancient types of music, and then
I think that comes through.
Yeah, and I'm also very inspired by the early breakdance movement and instrumental hip hop from late '80s. That's when I started making tracks in the late '80s.
So were you doing samples, or what were you doing?
I was like really lo-fi. I just had a drum machine, and I had one turntable, and my friend had an Atari computer, and we'd make it say things like fresh. Stuff like that,
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you were doing
what you have.
Yeah.
You were doing your wikis?
Yeah, all at one turntable, and recorded onto a cassette. Well, everything was just going onto a cassette. And then I wouldn't even make a copy of the cassette. I'd give the cassette to breakers in New York City, and then
is that where you're
dance
from?
To it. It's usually not. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you from the
I'm
New
born
York?
in Jerusalem, and I grew up in New York City.
Okay, so you're a New Yorker,
yeah.
like you said.
New York's my holy land.